welcome to the Leetist Podcast. I am Kenny once again. With me, as usual, the Janos to my Vigo.
Janos to your Vigo. That is Ghostbusters?
Yeah, two. And you
Yeah.
get to be Egon if you want, or any Ghostbuster you please.
Hey, I'll take Egon.
All right.
You kind of look like Egon.
I strive to have the Egon hair.
Nice.
I once had half a slinky and then I straightened it one time. So
Or you
it's
could be
great.
Lewis. I think that's Rick Moranis' character.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, I think I do look like a little bit more like Rick Moranis, right?
Yeah, you could play Egon or Rick Moranis in a
Canadian.
in a dress up,
Canadian,
in a
yeah.
cosplay,
Either
I
way.
suppose. But actually, your names are Tim and Ryan.
That
which-
is true. I
My
understand.
God.
Yep. And we are a podcast that plays games about games, video games, that is, not just any game, games of the video sort.
We tend to game.
Yeah, we play lots of different games. We're coming up with all sorts of different games.
We game well.
We game, and then in the middle of gaming, we come up with games to talk about when we do our Games About Games podcast.
Right, we have some new games today, and we'd love to get some new games from the audience sometime. Give us your ideas for games, your ideas for trivia questions, debate topics, because we also do debate battles here sometimes. TheLeetistPod at gmail.com, at TheLeetist on Twitter. I recently put out a call for help with a Family Feud game survey that I'm putting together, and we've gotten a lot of responses. Mainly thanks to David Jaffe's community and the Kind of Funny community.
Oh, name dropping right here.
I'm dropping the fact that they've helped us out a lot in filling out the surveys.
I like it.
We have a lot of answers for an epic Family Feud game that, well, we'll have to call it something different for copyright reasons. It'll be the Video Game Feud, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Which will come sometime in the future. But today we have new exciting games anyway. That's true. Including, since we are a podcast that plays games about games, and we've been talking about, we're still pretty early on in the run here, figuring out how to structure this thing, what to do when, in what spot, what segment goes where. But Tim came up with a brilliant idea and came up with a new game.
Brilliant. I don't even know what to call it. The news game? The news
We could probably come up with a better... Why don't you tweet us at The Leetist to come up with a good name for this game? Because Tim has come up with a game that integrates the news into a game, which is pretty great.
I have to admit, I'm going to go ahead and give credit to where credit's due to NPR. And wait, don't tell me. They have a game that is pretty much this one, but it covers like news as a whole. In this version, it's just going to be video game, fill in the blank type question. So we'll go ahead and get it started, get things going, get the discussion happening.
Let's go.
So the way this game works basically is it's going to be like quick fire, 30 seconds of questions. It's going to go to one of the other players. So it's going to be either Kenny or Ryan. We're going to go ahead and go with Kenny first.
Okay.
Sure. We'll go with Kenny first. Kenny, I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions over the span of 30 seconds. You answer, it's going to be all fill in the blank. And
Sure.
so you answer however you want. If you know the answer, great. If you don't, just give me something.
Give me something,
Yeah. Because we got to move on to the next question if you want.
Sure.
To fit in a decent amount of questions in time.
See, this is great. We get topical stuff right at the start. We're going right into a game because we play games about games. So let's
Exactly.
fucking do this thing.
Is that what we've been doing?
I just woke up. Where am I?
Where am I?
All right. So without further ado, let's get this party started. All right. I'm going to start a timer. You got 30 seconds, and here we go. A new trailer for Blank this past week showcased more gameplay of the life and trials of a kitty cat.
Oh, a cat's purse. I don't remember. I don't remember the name.
Sorry, it's Stray.
Oh, Stray.
Ariana Grande has been confirmed as the headliner for Blank's upcoming Rift Tour virtual gig.
Lollapalooza.
Fortnite. In response to
damn
the
it.
lawsuit alleging discrimination, sexual harassment, and frat boy culture at Blizzard Activision, the CEO of Blizzard, Blank,
Shat. I don't know.
step down. Facebook last week.
Oh, that's easy. Why didn't I get that?
Facebook last week halted sales and issued a recall regarding the Oculus Quest 2's Blank
Drift issues.
face cover. Wow, man, that was perfect score.
Oh my God. You're saying I have a chance.
Well, that's what happens when I'm trying to do it that quickly.
So going back to that Stray game looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I know of that game. I just didn't remember the name.
It did look. I feel like this is for people that like cats.
Yeah.
I mean, is that going out on a
I would
limb here?
hope so. I would hope so.
There's a lot of those people.
I was like, cool, man, but give me like a dog version.
Well, what if there could be like a part in the game where it's like, now you're a stray
Now
dog.
you're a dog.
It says stray, doesn't specify cat.
Well, let me ask you something about the Activision Blizzard thing. Because you said it was their CEO stepped down.
Yeah.
I thought we just said upstairs it was the HR person.
Yeah, today.
Oh,
I
so
didn't want to give away
stepped
the
down.
answer.
Oh, okay.
Surprise, Kenny. It's exploding in there. that company's imploding on itself.
Because I asked Tim upstairs to clarify that because they were like, yeah, the HR. I was like, wasn't it someone even higher up that stepped down? And he was just like, I don't know. I
don't know.
He has a stupid game.
The times they are changing.
Yeah. So also, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool news that these. Have you watched any of these virtual tours or these virtual gigs that that Fortnite does?
I think it's a cool idea.
It's a fantastically amazing idea. Like I remember Isaac was told me when the Marshmallow concert was happening in Fortnite, and it was like the only time I independently logged into Fortnite. As much as I love my brother and wanted to support him when he worked at Epic, I did not care to play Fortnite. But I did jump in and just like hang out at one of these concerts. Huh. It was really cool. Like,
is it
cool.
Live? Like, so like the artist is actually just do they do an animation for the artist or is it like?
Yep.
Oh, they do. That's cool.
Wild, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like,
can you imagine that?
This is
Holy
super
crap.
neat. Like,
this
new
is
gen.
the future.
Exactly.
Am I remembering this wrong, or did Joe Biden have a campaign event in Fortnite?
I think he did.
Oh my god.
He
Wait,
definitely did
hold on.
Animal Crossing.
There were signs in Minecraft.
Oh,
Or something like that.
I definitely
think.
saw his Animal Crossing island. The Joe Biden. Yeah, I did.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I thought it
He
was
made a
Minecraft.
Biden island?
Yeah, he did. There was a Biden island. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm sure it was someone on his team that spent like 40 hours playing Animal Crossing.
Hey man, I mean that person got paid
Yeah.
to make it Biden Island.
That's true.
For what it's worth, also, for anybody that might have missed it, the Facebook did halt sales and issued a recall regarding Oculus Quest 2's face covers. So if you are a Oculus Quest 2 owner,
Gotcha.
go to the Quest site or go to Facebook or call Mark and let him know that you've got a face mask problem and they'll replace it for you.
Mark, my face is on fire. What's
Well,
going on?
I really like this game, and now I can make it a goal of mine to actually get a question right at some point.
There we
in the
go.
future.
Perfect. But
Nice to shoot for dreams.
this actually, the way they do it on NPR too, is that generally the people know what's going on in the news, kind of thing, and so it's not an attempt to stump or anything like that. It's more just like, hey, let's review what happened the past week.
Sure.
But it is gaming news, which of course is very like focused and stuff, and
Yeah.
some stuff is more important than other things. But it's been fun actually, like just perusing different websites and coming up with this like
Those are some
questions,
good
so-
snippets, man.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So yeah.
So you have more snippets for Ryan.
I do. Now
All
it's
right.
Ryan's turn. So far, the score
right.
is 0 points for Kenny. So
I
Ryan,
can only do
you literally
better.
only have to get one question right in order to.
All right. I've been training
faith
for this
in you.
my entire life.
I'm going to start with a tougher one because it's something I thought was really cool.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to have to read it off because I like it a lot. But
All right.
we're going to go from, and I would actually like to talk about this because I know you guys will both have input with it. So, all right. So here we go. We got 30 seconds on the clock, and here we go. A speedrunner this past week made Valheim history when he defeated all bosses in blank.
Valheim.
Sorry. Reverse order. Part COVID concern, part laziness. 135,000 fans have signed a petition to get Niantic to roll back recent changes to their hit game.
Pokemon Go?
Correct. Fans were delighted for the release of the first 3 blank games this week, with the exception of complaints about the font used.
Oh, Final Fantasy, the pixel.
That's
yeah,
right.
The pixel art.
Blue Box Game Studios uploaded an image to their Twitter for their upcoming game Abandoned, featuring a blurry background picture of a man with a blank.
I know this one.
A man with a beard.
With a plan.
I don't know.
Eye patch.
A man with an eye patch. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Solid Snake. Conspiracy. Kojima.
Oh, do you want to go into this? That was the last one, right?
I have one more that was last.
sorry,
You're out of time on that one, but
yeah.
I had 2 more questions just as like buffers. I didn't think
Do you want to
we'd
do
get
a
them.
lightning with the last one?
you already won,
between,
so.
Kenny and I just.
They're both pretty tough. Well, actually, one of them you might get. So
Let's do it.
this one I'll just toss out there real quick. With less than a month before launch, Amazon's new MMO Blank has been delayed yet
World.
again. You got it. And then the last one, following a very recent massive surge in popularity, the self-described Halo meets Portal game called Blank has been experiencing massive issues with server crashes. Not the worst problem to have at first.
I've heard of this game.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
have
the title.
I. Hold on.
Yeah.
Halo meets Portal.
Mm-hmm.
God, dude, that
Yeah, I've
sounds
heard of
so
it. I just can't
familiar.
remember the name of it.
Splitgate. Yeah, it's
Splitgate. I would've
very
never-
recent
yeah.
news because it just literally
That's
just
such
blew
a
up.
cool idea.
Like all the reviews, you can go to Steam and see like all the reviews on it. Half of the reviews are recent reviews on this game, even though it came out in 2019.
Gotcha.
So like it's like this big explosion in popularity, which I think is really cool.
So wait, is it a PvP game?
Yeah, it's a PvP game. So
That's interesting. So you can make portals and
So you're
make
making-
portals.
that's
You can like
cool.
shoot
you're
through
like-
the portals and jump through portals in order to get behind
really
we
people.
didn't
and
try that.
It sounds pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a pretty
That's
awesome game. So, anyways, I thought it was really cool about the Valheim boss reverse order. I mean, you guys have played Valheim. You know that you don't get access to the next tier of armor to survive the next area without killing a boss. So this guy literally went to like the last boss first.
You can actually go to the last boss in that game first.
If you can survive the areas and you can, gather all the materials you need in order to make it all happen,
Interesting.
So yeah, but basically, he was a speedrunner whose clear record for Valheim is 90 minutes, like really fast. Right?
Huh.
So, but his reverse order run was 45 hours.
Well, I can only imagine, man.
There's a 15 minutes worth looking up on YouTube, folks. If you go look up at the 15-minute, the 15-minute narrated, edited version of it on YouTube, it's worth watching and like kind of gawking at all the stuff he went through in order to kind of get through those boundaries.
Yeah,
that the game gives you.
That's really cool. So Valheim does have a definitive end? Like there is like this is the final boss.
There's no game over screen, but there is the last boss kind of thing that they have programmed into it.
By the way, I noticed in editing you always call it Valheim.
Is it Valheim?
It's Valheim with an M at the end. Yeah.
I've been calling her.
My life is a lie.
I've been calling her crab apples.
Calling her Crandall. Why didn't Sony tell me?
Forgot about that.
But I thought also it was funny that Blue Box put a picture up with like an eye patch in the background. I mean, come the fuck on.
But that actually bleeds into one of my things. So
okay,
yeah.
Please, Kenny, what you got, man?
Bleed all over us.
Well, I kind of late to that. I don't know how long ago they announced this, but Gamescom Opening Night Live is another event that Jeff Keighley's doing on August.
The guy never rests.
Oh, he got his fingers and everything. Yeah.
On August 25th, and it's going to take a look at titles in the remainder of this year with some glimpses of what's further down the line, I guess. And confirmed to be participating already is Xbox, Activision, Ubisoft, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, and some others. 19 companies in total.
Bitchin'.
Yeah,
That's
So
like
just gonna
another
show off games?
E3, man.
for games, yeah, show off games and
take it.
stuff. And
I'll take it.
and where there's a Keighley, there's usually a Kojima. So who knows about this?
They
abandoned
actually
thing.
are like
That old adage.
they're actually like good friends, aren't they? Or
they're really good friends, and so that game Abandoned with all those hints, that eye patch thing just happened. One of the biggest ones I think is that tweet they sent out saying like Abandoned is first letter S, last letter L.
Yeah,
more coming or something. And all the other weird ass hints. So they have a playable teaser coming this month, right?
Okay.
And that's not something that PlayStation does a lot for games, unless they're big, especially not for a tiny studio that's I think it's like their first game, right?
Right.
That no one's really heard about. So, and PT was a playable teaser, right?
Well,
so,
yeah,
it's just weird. So maybe something will happen at this Gamescom thing.
Yeah.
Is that is it a survival horror style game? Like I don't know anything about this.
They've
game
not showed shit about it yet.
So we just know that there is a game called Abandoned.
They've shown a section of a guy walking through some woods.
Exactly.
That's it.
and something
First
about a
person.
pirate.
Was it even a guy walking through the woods?
No, it's first person.
A camera moving through woods.
A camera moving through woods. Yep.
Okay.
So it's very strange.
And they found, I thought there was evidence that showed that woods were generated by some other third-party program. Or
I did
like
see that. Yeah, they found it. It's just like a test playable wood thing you can buy from the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Already made things or something.
Interesting.
And then the fact that his name, the guy's name, translates to Hideo Kojima from Turkish to Japanese. Or
I
something.
also heard that his face is completely computer generated. The CEO of
I don't know if that's true or not.
With deepfakes, you've seen deepfakes nowadays.
That's true.
How could you
Yeah.
not? Yeah, you could totally create something.
That would
like
be nuts.
What is happening?
That would be crazy. But yeah, okay. So there's that. There's Did you play Ghost of Tsushima? You played the game, I suppose. Right?
I never beat it,
Okay.
but I did enjoy it.
Did you play
sashimi?
Did you play the multiplayer?
Tsushima?
Did you try the multiplayer?
No.
Okay.
There's multiplayer.
There was a multiplayer game in that was really
that's right.
good.
Yeah.
It was called Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and it had like a loot system, a separate loot system. It was like a co-op thing you could do that was like they're almost like little Destiny strikes, but with Ghost of Tsushima. They were really good. And they had like a little mini raid at the end of it too. And apparently they just announced that Ghost of Tsushima Legends is coming out as a standalone game alongside the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima on the same day. So they're making
Legends is the multiplayer.
Yeah, it was the multiplayer in the game, but now they're making a whole separate game that's just Legends. That's just the
For
co-op.
what?
So
Free to play, or is it gonna be-
I was going to ask, do you purchase this one or?
I think it's a purchase title. I
So
didn't
now
see a price.
there's what? Yes.
So I see they're using the Final Fantasy VII method of.
Oh boy, here we go. It all comes full circle.
Well, I think we're going to wait to see what the price is and how big it is before we can comment on that, I guess.
Isn't that what the new Halo game is doing too? They're releasing multiplayer.
Actually, that's my next story.
Yes. Yeah. Please go on. 'Cause that sounds right.
Yeah, critics and influencers got to play Halo Infinite, a technical preview that they're refusing to call a beta.
What'd they say?
They said it's all been pretty positive. It's more Halo, and they like it a lot.
Okay.
I'm really interested to see what this Halo does because I've never.
This may be the first
This
Halo
is-
game I play.
Me
Well,
too.
it's Game Pass, so I'm playing it regardless.
look at that.
It's on
happening.
Game. It's going to be on Game Pass. Plus, I think the multiplayer is just free for everyone, even if you don't have Game Pass, isn't it?
That's what
Yes.
I was getting
I think
at.
that's what they're
'cause
saying.
It's the same concept of like Call of Duty came out with like their own battle royale, or no, was it Call of Duty? Yeah, they had a battle royale. It
Call
was
of
free
Duty?
to play, and
Yeah.
like there's like all these other like they all have these free to play elements of their multiplayer aspect. I think that's what's happening now. Is just the games are like, okay, you buy the game for the single player, but the multiplayer is always free.
Maybe. I mean, there's got to be some sort of like money incentive to it, right? I mean, upgrades or skins or some shit like that they're making off of it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now that you mention it, I wonder if that Ghost of Tsushima thing. Well, since they say it's a standalone game, I guess that means that it is going to
Say
cost something.
Tsushima differently every single
Tsushima?
time.
Tsushima?
Goes to Tsushima.
Tsushima. Tsushima.
Susu Studio.
It's like it's just an S and not a T. The T is silent.
Fantastic.
Tsushima.
Valheim.
But yeah, I'm actually more curious, more than if Halo, I'm going to like it, if it's going to be received, well, with how much it's been hyped up and how long it's taking, and people are nuts about it. But I've never been that into a Halo game. I think I might have played some multiplayer matches, I've never really gotten deep into one. So I don't know.
I'm crossing my fingers for them because honestly, I want Halo to do well. It's a shame that there's a few ones that were, I guess, didn't really hit the mark.
I feel like Microsoft is doing fine either way.
Sure.
Well, for that's
Like, I would understand, like, I want
That's true.
Splitgate to do well, I mean, like, as an independent,
Actually,
developer.
I just thought with
Oh, with Microsoft, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, you'll land on your feet.
they'll be fine.
Release another Age of Empires, you'll be fine. Which actually, I think the new one is
they're
it's
releasing
coming
one
out
soon.
like in a month.
I just thought right now with that Gamescom thing, them saying that Bethesda's going to be there, I wonder if they're going to say or show anything else about Starfield, or they're just going to wait a long time until it's about to come out.
I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm going to pretend that company doesn't exist until
honest
they
to
show me
God.
something I want.
Odds of Starfield coming out next year on it because they said it is coming out next year. Odds of it though,
Slim to none.
no,
Slim to none.
It's
We didn't
not
even
gonna
see any
happen.
gameplay.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's my official prediction.
Also, Horizon got delayed.
I want to see that fucking game that was at E3 that looks so goddamn cool. That had like the what was that 70s song? The soundtrack.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. Anyways,
It had the Steely Dan song.
it was called. And then
Yeah.
you can just put that in there. Pretend I figured it out.
What was the?
It wasn't even gameplay. It was like a slow pan around a room with a Steely Dan song.
Oh,
and-
it's
yeah.
from the creators of Just Cause.
Just Cause.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
right.
same
Yes,
developers
yes.
that do Just Cause.
And it's going to be a multiplayer
Yeah.
online thing. So yeah, I would like to try that. Whatever it is, I like the taste of it so far.
Well, maybe we'll revisit some of those things at this Gamescom thing and see some actual gameplay from
when,
more
Oh,
stuff.
show.
did,
I'm
when
ready.
did they say Gamescom is?
Oh, it's
Sorry, is it Gamescom or Gamescom? Which is I'm actually curious. Is it Gamescom?
Oh, it's com with an M.
Okay,
like
Valheim.
like
like .com. And not like con man.
wait, how do you spell Katamari Damacy?
It's August 25th. It's
hell
not
Okay,
far.
cool.
Not far at all.
Holy crap!
Wow, that's real
really?
close.
It's Wednesday, August 25th, and I think it lasts for 3 days.
Was
or
this like
something
just announced too?
that. I just saw it today. I
Okay.
didn't. I actually.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I didn't see when it was posted.
take it. I'll get hyped.
I don't
You
know.
know, I think they've news for games and stuff has just been pumping out more and more. It used to be like you waited for E3 and then E3 would hit and you're like, oh man, I'm getting all this. And then once it was done, it's like, guess I'll wait until
Guess
next
I'll-
E3.
yeah. Guess I'll just boot up some of them old games I have in my library.
Here I go.
I found some new games.
What'd you find?
A new game at least. Well, a couple new games.
Oh,
yeah,
that-
we can talk about what we're playing.
Hey, that's a seg.
Yeah,
This
and
is
I don't
pretty
think
good. We need a soundbite for segues.
Perfect segue.
I don't think I've ever gone first in this, so I'll go first.
Flawless seg.
Flawless segue. I like it. Can we make that?
Flawless segue.
Flawless seg.
Flawless segue.
Hey, if you want to say it right now in that voice, and I'll put like an effect on it.
Got it. It's flawless segue. Give it to me.
Segue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flawless segue.
Perfect. That's great. We'll use that.
Oh, that's so perfect. Oh, I love that so much.
The Ascent.
We can just do whatever we want. It's our own podcast.
The Ascent is a cyberpunk game.
Yeah.
It is. It's a very good cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's
game.
really good. Are you familiar with the developer? Because I'm actually not.
Never met him.
They did another game, didn't they?
What's the developer's name?
I don't know. That's what I was asking if you're familiar.
I am not.
I'm gonna fact check us on that one.
Yeah, we can fact check that. Anyway, it's really good. It's the environments are awesome. It's the graphics are really cool. I'm actually having a little bit of problem running it, even with a 3080 and an i9. I had to do some weird Windows settings that I've never even touched before.
Really?
Yeah, but I saw a YouTube video on how to fix it because it was really stuttery and like laggy in spots. It was weird. But anyway, it's really fun. It's like a loot-based cyberpunk isometric game. With awesome guns and awesome environments, awesome characters, cyberpunk characters that are at some points better than Cyberpunk 2077.
It's
honestly,
a twin stick shooter, which
Sure,
is
yeah.
Honestly, I've never been too much of a fan of that.
I'm sorry. What
kinda
is that? Twin stick shooter?
shooter?
What is that? What is
Right analog stick is you aiming your gun around in a 360-degree kind of fashion. Left is for movement. So like you're aiming with the.
I prefer it with the mouse very much.
Yeah, I was
so,
going to say,
yeah.
that sounds like a game I would play with a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah,
I
I tried.
am playing it on Xbox Series S.
Oh yeah, I tried it with the controller and I didn't like it as much as the mouse.
I will say. So, are you playing single player or multiplayer?
Single player. Actually, like I told you guys the other day, I only realized it had multiplayer like 2 days ago.
It is so good. I've been playing with a friend of the show. He actually has listened to all our podcasts. Chris, he's one of my good buddies.
Hi, Chris.
And he and I have been playing it and enjoying the crap out of it. The multiplayer aspect of it has just been awesome because it's one of those games where it's like, if someone picks up something, you get it immediately too. It's not like you have to run over and pick up the same thing.
I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That'll
I
work.
love that.
Yeah, World of Warcraft does that.
Very cool.
So the developer is a Swedish developer, the independent developer made up of a couple of former AAA employee game of developers called Neon Giant.
Oh.
And the only game they've done is The Ascent. So
What a game to like kind of come out
Yeah, it's
swinging
really
with.
good.
Plus, they got the Game Pass plug, which is.
plus they got the Game Pass.
I think Game Pass is a great way to plug it.
I'm digging it. Yeah.
I dig
I'm
it.
playing it on Game Pass on PC, just for the record.
So you got The Ascent. Did you guys beat Death's Door?
I've not beat Death's Door. I'm still playing it.
Okay.
I'm playing a lot of games. Yeah, I found Death's Door and I loved it. I found The Ascent. I loved it even more. Then I found a third game.
Oh boy, here we
that
go.
I think I love even more than both of those because it's right up my alley because it's got lots of Soulsy stuff. It's got builds. It is very Hollow Knight. And it is called Grime. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of Grime.
Yes.
I haven't played it at
It
all.
very much reminds me of Hollow Knight, and it's you're like this little weird skeletal character with a orb on his head that can do these parries with this orb head thing. But it's the environments are like weird and creepy as shit, and it's like the map reminds me of straight up a Hollow Knight map. It's a Metroidvania.
It does look very...
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And I've been playing the hell out of that. And, you find different, like, Souls-like weapons that scale with different stats, just like Souls games.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's great. I love
Is it more Metroidvania or more Souls-like? Is it just?
It's
kind of
more Metroidvania. Like I said, it's more Hollow Knight than anything. I haven't found a double jump yet, but I'm hoping to.
I can put that in the DLC.
Here's the main question: Is there a map?
Is there a double
There is a
jump?
map. It's just like Hollow Knight, where you have to.
I may get it then.
You have to find pieces of the map, though. You have to find in the area.
Oh
yeah.
no, never mind. Because Hollow Knight did the same thing, right?
This does look
Yeah,
really
yeah,
dope.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
like I
get
think I
the-
could...
Hollow Knight did have that, right? You've had to find the map.
No, you had to uncover the map as you went.
I think that's the same
There was a
thing. I mean,
cartographer, I think. There
That's
was a person
right.
you
Yes,
had
yes,
to
yes.
talk to, and they would
That's right.
sketch, and you can actually mark on the map like spots that
Right,
you needed
right,
to
right.
go to.
Wait, did it uncover places on your map before you found the map guy, or did it just put you in a black space until
put you
found
in
the
a
map?
black space? I think
That's how this
that's
game
why
is.
Hollow
Yeah.
Knight, like, it's such a good game, but like I cannot figure out where to go.
Mod it.
Oh,
Yeah. It's that easy.
You can mod Hollow Knight?
That's all I
It's
can do.
2021, Ryan. Mod it.
I didn't know you could mod Hollow Knight.
You're out of excuses. Get to work.
Just mod it. That's how you do things nowadays.
So
Put a mod on.
I've been dipping between all three of those games, and it's
That's
a little
cool.
hectic, but I'm loving all of them, honestly.
Sure,
It's a good,
sure.
good time right now for cool little new games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, what have you been playing,
That
bud?
may be my favorite genre, by the way. The Metroidvania. I think
Yeah.
that is my favorite.
Oh, who
genre.
you telling?
Oh, my God.
telling?
So for me, it's Death's Door. I've still been trying to, again, bleeding into the idea of I don't understand where to go if there's no map. There's no map in that game. Therefore, I am completely lost in that game. It is fun, though. It is such an atmospheric, and I forgot, because the problem is I usually listen to a podcast or something while I'm playing a game, so I'm not really listening to the audio.
Sure.
But I turned off a podcast. I just listened to the music, and God dang, that music is good in that game.
Yeah, it really
It
is.
is so well done. It's
unique.
so beautiful. It's just really.
Blows my mind that you guys can play games like that. I love soundtracks, so I don't remember them that well, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just remember when it's good, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I can't do both at the same time unless it's a game I know really well.
It depends on the game, but a good majority of them for me, I'm watching a movie or a TV show.
Wow, man! Wow.
Yeah, I'm the same way though, because it's something about I'm multitasking, so I feel like I'm doing something more. It's like I'm actually being productive, though I'm not.
I'm not just sitting on my ass playing a game. I'm catching up on a TV show.
Yeah, there you go. While sitting on your ass playing a game. So Death's Door has been fun. The Ascent, obviously, Kenny and I were just talking about that. That's been incredibly fun. Pokemon Unite, I'm still playing
Still on
that. I'm still on it. Still enjoying it. But I am realizing slowly but surely, and it's probably going to wane off soon for me, the pay to win is very real in that game.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Because you upgrade elements in that game, and the elements can really
paid for.
influence.
Yeah.
And it's just oh, cool, man. I'm a Snorlax. I should be beefy as hell. This freaking whatever Pikachu just comes over. Pikachu shouldn't be able to destroy a Snorlax.
I mean, yeah, Pikachu shouldn't be able to defeat a Snorlax.
Duh, everyone
What
knows
is
that.
this? Pokemon Silver and Gold?
Okay,
Pikachu was $75 though.
well, that's weak.
Pikachu with $75 will do that. Other than that, it's been, I think it's just been the Ascent and that Death's Door and maybe some Dota 2 thrown in because I hate my life.
Yeah, I had some Dark Souls Cinders mod things thrown in with my time as well. Usual
Gotta
comfort food.
sometimes just sprinkle it in.
Yeah. Tim.
Hey. Well, besides the fact that Kenny and I have been playing chess together.
Yep, that's true.
We both started chess.com accounts. I usually like to play black. Kenny likes to play white.
So, how old is that website? Because I swear to God, I think I played
Chess.com?
Yeah, I'm pretty
imagine it
sure.
the domain was bought in the 90s or
I'm pretty
80s.
sure I used to play that.
Probably when the
I
internet
was a
started, I
kid,
would imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
on
Yeah.
there, yeah.
But that's been really fun. I mean, I love chess and I've been enjoying playing with Kenny a lot. So we both get to learn things from one another. So
That's true.
What is who's typically the victor?
Tim
Tim.
so far?
Tim.
I hung in there in one game pretty well.
One game was really impressive,
Yeah.
and then last game was not impressive at all.
Yeah, because I
Kenny
was
tired
I was
and
falling
editing a
asleep last
podcast.
night and playing and doing moves, and I totally did not see. It's always the nights that I don't look out for. That I
Yeah.
always miss. Yeah.
And I just message Kenny every time he does that. I'd be like, "What the fuck were you just doing?" No takesies, backsies, but come on, you can do better than that.
Well, that's when you okay, if I'm not feeling challenged, I'm gonna let him do that move. I won't go ahead and capitalize on it. I'll let him capitalize on this.
No, I'd
Let's see
rather
if we can
embarrass
do
him
that.
and teach him a lesson.
I have been playing the bots on there, and they get harder and harder, and I've been doing pretty good on that.
I don't play the bots. You're the only person I play, so maybe
Yeah.
I should play the bots and get some humility. But I don't know. That's been really fun. But in my spare time, I've actually been playing a new game. That's actually an old game. I finally decided to download and install Psychonauts, and I've
wow.
been playing the hell out of that game. I love it. It's got all that stuff that I've told you guys about in the past that I love, that quirkiness of older games and stuff like that. But at the same time, this is just a fun platform with a bunch of unique, cool abilities, and the story is charming as hell. It is such a fun, charming story, and it's so weird and out there and an acid trip. And it's just been amazingly entertaining for me.
That's awesome. Maybe you would like Brutal Legend then, because that's These are both Double Fine, right? Didn't we talk about that last episode?
Yeah, it is Double Fine, and you'll be happy to know that Psychonauts 2 coming out soon.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm all excited about that now, and I've got like a game to look forward to this month suddenly, and you know
That's always a plus.
and that's going to be free on Game Pass, so I'll get to just play it as soon as it comes out, and I'll be caught up with it. So yeah, I definitely a patient gamer moment, but yeah, for sure.
I've never played Psychonauts.
I'm having a really fun time.
Try
playing
that too.
Yeah, I think actually the original is on Game Pass. If
Yeah,
you wanted to just
exactly.
download
It's
it
got
and
some.
try it out.
It's got some old game aspects to it.
Sure.
But it's got enough unique, fun things to it that it kind of quiets down.
It's such
like
an
the parts I
interesting
don't like.
concept because the idea is you jump into the heads of other people, and that's the level is their kind of manifestation of X or Y.
Yeah, so like at one point you fight. There's some really like poignant, like amazingly well written parts of the game as well. And there's this one that I'm going to try to recall here. I'm going to fuck it up a little bit. But that's okay. You go into your own mind or something like that, and you try to fight this creature, and this creature is like this big, massive, scary beast, and you end up running away from it. And then you encounter it in somebody else's mind, the same beast, and it's small. And then you ask the guy whose head you're in, you're like, why is this one so much smaller in your head than it was in mine? And he says something like, you know, the problems that we face in life always seem so much bigger to us, you know what I mean, to ourselves. And I was like, my God, that is fucking incredible. Like, that is so, oh my God. Like, cool. This is so well written. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this game.
Tim
really
Schafer is such an amazing, like, he really knows how to really dive into a really good story.
Brain.
So,
yeah.
I know that I don't know if you'd have the patience to get
So
through
brave.
to get through the entire game, but I think the story in Near Automata would probably impress you a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a crazy third wall.
Automata.
It's a good one.
I'll give it a shot. And yeah, that's been on my, if I get the opportunity and, you know, have some extra time, I'll give it a shot. But
the thing with that game is to really see the entire story, you have to play it like 3 times. Because, but here's the thing about, no, it's not the
why
same
you gotta
game.
say
though.
that?
But listen, you play through it once. No, but it's cool though.
It's
You
like
play,
to watch 3 YouTube videos.
No. You play through it once as the first character.
Okay.
You play through it the second play through B. You're playing as a different character and seeing events through their eyes. Mm-hmm. The third character through their eyes, and it makes the story make sense in a way at the end. You know what I mean?
The only way I would want to do that is the game long? Because if it's like maybe like a 6-hour venture per character, I'm like, okay, that's fine.
It's longer than that per character. I'm going to say, I could be wrong about this, but if you wanted to do all of it, it would probably be between 50 and 60. It's a big game.
Wow.
Yep. It's a big fat RPG. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to playing a game that long. I certainly have done that multiple times, but you know,
I mean,
I'd have to give it a shot. And you know me, I just get so picky. Yeah. I try not to write things off, but I try not to get too excited at the same time because then I'll just end up disappointing myself. I'll tell you, I'll play it eventually.
I'll correct myself. I don't know if I'd call that game an RPG. It's a bunch of different genres.
It's hack and slashy.
It's like a hack and slash JRPG.
But then it changes. It becomes like a bullet hell, and then it becomes like a platformer. It's like different parts of the game like are different things. Yeah. It's cool.
So yeah, that's basically all I've been playing. I had a really busy week, so I hadn't had a chance to play much else. But
right on.
It's definitely kept my.
Well, that's cool. A lot of stuff. I guess the next big AAA thing coming out is Deathloop, right? We're still waiting for that.
Still waiting for Deathloop. Yep. Still no news on that front.
One. But that one's in September, I think.
I'm kind of waiting for Psychonauts 2, personally, which is just around the corner.
And then, like I said, Horizon got delayed to 2022, which sucks.
Oh, well, be still my beating heart.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So both of that one ain't got to work.
Well, apparently we've got to check out this Split Fire thing, or whatever the fucking game is called.
Yeah, I mean, like when new games fail, you just go back to the old games, and that's where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, the Splitgate's suddenly all exciting, and I'd definitely like to give that a try.
That's a cool idea.
I'd like to try. You know, I've never played Final Fantasy 2 or Final Fantasy 3, the original, like the Japanese ones. I played Final Fantasy 2 when it was on Super Nintendo, which was actually Final Fantasy 4.
Yeah, I don't even get it out.
Yeah, I like the whole thing. I have not played the Japanese versions of Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3.
Final Fantasy 2 did come out to the States, though.
Final Fantasy 4 was released in the States on Super Nintendo as Final Fantasy 2. Final Fantasy 6 was released in the States on Super Nintendo as Final Fantasy 3. They never released Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3 in the States. The original ones.
Okay.
My head hurts.
So, yeah. So, anyways, it'd be cool to just kind of see them. Like, you know, I'm sure they're not going to be great. Like, I'm positive. I remember going into Final Fantasy 1 and just trying to spam attack to get through a fight, and all 4 of my characters were fighting the same dude out of the 4 on the screen, and the first one killed it, and the rest of the party spent their turns attacking the blank space that was left behind by the enemy that
Yeah.
was killed on screen. I was like, come on, no, this is an old game thing that I'm not going to deal with, and I never went through that game. So maybe 2 and 3.
So I guess they do have that. I did read an article about it, and that was the same way with 2, I think.
Oh, really?
The same thing, but they've done quality of life improvements, so it will cycle now. So it's just that pixel art looks so weird in it. Like I almost
kinda
rather
does.
play the
Like
NES,
awkwardly weird, like
NES style version.
I always forget that I actually played Final Fantasy VIII back in the day because I was so hyped on 7 when 8 came out. I think I played the whole game when I was a kid. But
Isaac played the whole 8.
Yeah.
I never.
people who
Look boring.
played
And then-
8 really loved 8. Like a lot of people that like when if you get like 10 hours in that game and you're still playing it, you really love that game.
yeah. I actually started 9 on Switch a couple months ago when I was on vacation.
I heard
And,
good things about 9. I
Yeah.
feel like I jumped into it when it first came out or something like that, but I don't remember.
I didn't get very far.
It has the job class system, I believe,
Oh.
in that one. If I'm mistaken.
So it's
I
Final
may be
Fantasy
mistaken.
5. Final Fantasy 5, which is going to come out with the Pixel Remasters, has the jobs class thing, and then as you level, you learn. You always get abilities of just being in that job, and then as you level, you unlock the ability to use those abilities when you're assigned to a different job. So, like, you can get far enough in the black magic kind of thing to learn black, so that if you decide to go ahead and be a fighter, you can you can fill in one of your blanks with black magic.
Yeah.
And you can do black magic too.
See, that's
That's kinda neat.
They were going down that prestige, like D&D prestige
Little bit,
class and
little bit.
stuff like that. I thought that was so cool. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go down as white mage.
It's
But I'm gonna do
grindy.
this version of white mage.
It's just grindy, and like we can deal with that sort of crap. A lot of people can't, man. I think the age of grinding, is.
Speaking of which, it's been like a week since I've turned on Final Fantasy 14, but I've made it
grindy?
pretty far.
Oh, is it?
Well, it's like grinding in WoW. Yeah.
it does have a grinder app on there. Yeah.
Speaking of games,
Hey,
we play games about games.
That's right.
So I think it's time. And Tim has made a trivia game today.
Oh,
What is the name of your trivia game? Oh, yeah, it's the same thing it always is.
Yeah,
isn't it?
this is
Wait, what do we call
this is Are You Smarter Than a Lead Gamer? Gentlemen, are you smarter than a lead gamer? Today, I'm the lead gamer.
That's a good name.
Look
Good
at
name.
me. I am the lead gamer.
God, I hope so. Well, I already won one, man. I'm
Yeah, you
good,
won
but,
something.
Like,
You're
you know
1-0
what?
for the day.
I'm good.
Kenny can just take this one.
I'm walking away.
Dude, the George Costanza leave when you're on a high note.
I'm leaving on a high note. That's it.
Well, you guys know me. Whenever I do this smarter, like I think you guys might be the same situation at this point. You just think of categories until you run out of ideas, and you think of questions until you run out of ideas, and you just go from there. So I've got 4 categories,
Nice.
with varying numbers of questions in them.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready to hear my list of categories?
Remember to keep score.
Okay, so this is how it's going to go, guys. We've got 4 categories. They're all unique, new categories, invented by yours truly.
My God.
But one of them is going to feel real familiar, kinda. You
God,
know,
I hope it's not synonym.
you know and love synonyms. Now meet its ugly cousin, antonyms. It's exactly what you think it is.
Wait a minute. Antonym is an opposite.
That's right.
Right?
yeah.
Okay. Going
So
back to English
antonyms,
class.
it's got the same idea to it. So I'm going to give you
That's-
something that's the opposite of the name of the game.
Gotcha.
And you've got to give me the name.
Very clever.
All right. Now I got another category called rose-colored glasses.
Okay.
Oh,
I got another category called Man Enough to Admit It. And last, okay, you're gonna write this down. And then the last one I got is look how far we've made it.
Wow.
Can you name the third one again?
Man Enough to Admit It.
Okay. And then look how far we've made it.
Look how far we made it.
All right.
Okay.
So Kenny went first on the news trivia game. So Ryan, you get to go first now.
No, we don't want to flip the coin. The coin's the best
We
part.
can flip the coin. All
Coin is the best
let's
part.
flip the coin. We got the coin. Might as well utilize.
You got to
the coin.
listen for
It
the
sounds
coin
good on the
notes.
podcast.
All right, Ryan, your heads. Kenny, your tails. That is tails. Kenny goes first.
All right.
No, I just like the sound of the
Fates.
coin.
Yeah,
on
that
it.
does- it does
Plus,
sound nice.
I'd rather have Kenny go first.
Okay, Kenny. Well, you got all the
Yep.
names of the category.
Yes, written down in very bad handwriting for Ryan to see.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to see what's up with antonyms.
Antonyms. It
Yeah.
can start easier, gets a little bit tougher, but it never gets too hard. I don't think. Okay, so this one, antonyms. Death is normal.
Life is strange.
That's right.
Death
Easy
is
one. Oh,
horrible.
yeah. Thank you.
Amazing.
That's really good.
Death is normal.
Death is normal.
All right, Ryan.
That does sound like it could be an awesome game.
Yeah.
I'll try the man enough.
Okay, so in this category, man enough to admit it, this is a yes or no
Oh,
category. Did I cry when I played this game?
Is that a yes or no
It's
answer?
a yes or no answer.
So I guess these aren't.
About me.
I guess these aren't stealable.
No, this is not stealable. This category is not stealable. You just got to tell me whether or not I cried when I played this game. Because I'm man enough to admit it.
Okay.
We're like, all right, trivia.
All right,
whatever.
Ryan. Number 1. What remains of Edith Finch?
Oh, yeah, you bald.
No, I did not. I held back the tears on that one. Sorry, you don't get the
But
points.
the tears.
Well, I was playing it with Kathy, and she cries about a man up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was.
Wait a sec. I
should've
thought
let it
man
out.
enough was
Hey, I'm man enough to
crying.
admit to you right now that I did.
Which one is it
'cause I was manning
crying?
up too
Does that
much.
make you more of a man or less of a man?
I don't know.
That's man enough.
We'll do that on our philosophy podcast.
Hey, can I be a pain in the ass about your antonyms right now?
Yeah.
Wouldn't Life is Strange be Death Isn't Normal?
Sure wouldn't.
Wait, what's happening?
Hey, that's right. And in that category, you don't get points for getting one right.
Yeah, take those points away. Did you just?
All right, Kenny, you're up.
It just occurred to me. Okay, let's try. Look how far we've made it.
Oh, look how far we made it. This is my hard category. Okay, so
good.
I'm going to give you a game series.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a game series. You tell me the last video game console or console generation that featured a game from that franchise.
Great Scott.
This is excluding
I
mobile
like
and remakes.
this.
This is excluding mobile games and remakes.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
like this.
There's only 6 of these, but they're tough.
I'm
okay?
naming the console or the generation.
console or generation, because
Or
some of them are
generation.
just a single console, and some of them are a
Okay.
generation of consoles.
Got it.
Okay, and I'm gonna be relatively gentle. You don't have to give me the game necessarily, the last one in the
Yeah,
series.
sure. Just the console or the generation.
Right, exactly. So, number 1, F-Zero.
Good Lord. I'm going to say the last F-Zero was, and I could be wrong, F-Zero 64.
No, I'm sorry, that's
Damn it.
incorrect. Ryan, chance to steal on this one.
It was on GameCube.
That's right, F-Zero
It was like-
GX.
Amazing.
It was actually a
Damn
really
it.
good game.
Yeah, F-Zero GX came out in 2003 and it was on GameCube. That's
Not a big
point for
racing game,
Ryan.
I really want to do this category.
All right, Ryan.
This is my category.
Then you ready for the next one then?
Yes.
All right, Prince of Persia.
Okay. And it's not counting remakes, so they did do the rehash of Prince of Persia.
Correct,
So
Mundo.
we're not going to do that. So it's got to be Xbox.
No, I'm afraid that's incorrect.
Oh, I get to guess? I'll say Xbox 360.
That's right.
All right.
The Forgotten Sands was
Amazing.
2010, and that was on PS3, Wii, and 360.
That was the
And
third
DS.
one in the series.
If you want more information, you're going to have to Google it yourself after the show's over. I got just very little info
so
here.
if it was the Prince of Persia, like, because they did a rehash of Prince of Persia, and that's why I didn't count that one.
Forgotten Sands is an action adventure marks the return of the storyline started with Prince of Persia Sands of Time. So it's a continuation of the story of Sands of Time, but it is not Sands of Time.
Oh, I guess I thought that was just a reimagining of Prince of Persia.
Have we done rose-colored glasses?
We
yet?
have not done
Let's do
rose-colored
it. Let's do
glasses. All right, rose-colored glasses. This is a press your luck game.
Oh, goody.
Gentlemen, from your own libraries, and then maybe one or two that I threw in from
So
mine.
wait to lose points.
From your own, that's right. From your own libraries, tell me if the games on there are rated mixed, mostly positive, very positive, or overwhelmingly positive on all reviews.
Okay, wait a minute. Say that mixed, mostly mixed. Say them again.
Mixed, mostly positive,
Okay.
very positive, or overwhelmingly
Mostly,
positive.
very, and overwhelming.
Mixed, mostly,
Yep, gotcha.
very overwhelming.
Gotcha.
And this is all reviews. This is not recent. So this is like all through time since the
Right.
game came to Steam. What rating has it gotten from the raters? So
Gotcha.
you ready?
Yeah, ready.
This is a push your luck one, so no stealing, of course, in this
Yep,
one.
yep.
And so the first one is Civilization 6.
I think that's an overwhelmingly positive game.
No, I'm
Damn
afraid
it.
that is incorrect.
Pretty sure that's
Very-
mostly positive.
mostly?
I have 20 of these. That one's very positive.
Very positive.
Very
Oh,
positive.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Ryan, your turn, bud.
I want to, rose color. Let's
Rose
do it.
colored. Okay.
Yeah.
Put your luck. So Far Cry 5.
I'm going to say very positive.
Sorry.
I would say mixed.
It is mostly positive.
mostly.
Yeah.
Man, we are good at this.
That's a rough one, yeah. There's some that are easier than others and some that surprised me. So
Let's keep doing this game.
Okay. Kenny.
Yep.
Bloodstain, Ritual of the Night.
Man, how was that game received? I'm going to say, you said there weren't a lot of mostlies, though. Damn it. This is hard. I'm going to say mixed.
No, I'm sorry.
Damn
Wow,
it.
that was really wrong because it was overwhelmingly
Really?
positive. Yeah.
Wow.
It's by the same creator as Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that game was overwhelming and Civ was less.
I would have not guessed that either, but here we are. No, Civ 6 was very positive, so like it was almost.
You know, I was thinking that because I liked that game pretty well, and you didn't, so I was like, it's mixed.
Funny enough, Civ 6 is very positive. Civ 5 overwhelmingly positive.
Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting. I've only played 6.
Ryan, what would you like to take, bud?
I'll take the Look game.
Look how far.
Oh, okay. Look how far.
I'm trying to read Kenny's whatever chicken scratches there are.
Look how far we've made it.
All right.
Ryan, Dino Crisis.
I honestly forgot what this
This is the generation.
Okay. What am I doing in this category again?
Dino Crisis, yes.
Dino Crisis. I believe there was. I'm going to say PlayStation 2.
No, I'm sorry. Dino Crisis 3 came out on Xbox in 2003.
Wait a minute, wasn't this stealable before? Because I stole it from him the last time.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, incorrect.
Was it only Xbox or was it Xbox and PS2?
Just Xbox.
I would have been guessing totally stabbing the dark for that, so whatever.
Yeah, Dino Crisis first came out on PlayStation.
I'll remember to let you
Wild.
steal next time. Sorry about that.
All good.
Yeah, I'm new to this game too.
I totally forgot. I honestly, as soon as you said it, I was like, cool, Dino Crisis. What?
Yeah.
What am I doing with
Let's
this?
go back to antonyms.
Antonyms.
Yeah, you were pretty good at that one.
All right, ready?
Well, that was super easy.
All right, Kenny.
Yeah.
The first of them.
The first of So I guess it would be The Last of Us.
That's right.
Okay.
Amazing.
Is The Last of Us.
The first of them.
Sure,
Opposite of us.
antonyms.
Antonyms?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Someone's land.
No Man's Land. Wait.
No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
No. Oh,
Kenny, would you like to steal?
Someone's land.
oh, wait.
Someone's land. No Man's Sky.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant to say. My
Land Sky.
mind went to mush. I meant to say
man.
that.
You're like a real game show contestant.
Yeah.
It's like a real game show.
Kenny.
Once again,
where do we go,
Ryan
bud?
losing.
Let's go to Man Enough.
Okay, man enough to admit it.
Yep.
Did I cry when I played Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons?
Yes.
Oh, like a baby.
Yeah,
like a
I knew
baby.
that one.
I don't mind admitting that one at all. Woo. Me and Isaac played it together at the same time. Me and him were
Yeah.
just weeping messes by the end of the game.
I have not cried at many games. I think I've teared up at The Last of Us.
Yeah.
The scene where you
Like
guys don't
right
know
at the
the game,
beginning?
so no, actually not that one. It's the scene where like they have a impasse where like Joel's trying to get rid of Ellie, and they have a scene in a room together where he kind of like has to yell at her to try to get her to go away from him and say that he's you're not my daughter and all this stuff, and it's really heavy.
I think mine was.
Yeah, I would have cried at that scene, but I was watching Star Trek at the time, so I didn't even hear what he said.
I played.
Don't play movies when I'm playing heavily narrative games.
The Spider-Man game. I got really teary-eyed at the end.
That was good.
The
ending.
Insomniac
Yeah.
one, yeah, it
was a really good ending.
Really good.
Ryan, what category would you like?
Antonyms. Let's do it again.
Antonyms. You gotta get a little harder. Not too hard though. Noisy Valley.
Noisy Valley. What's the opposite of a valley? Yeah, pass.
Kenny.
That would be a Silent Hill.
That's right.
Amazing.
Valley, hill. You had it too. What's the opposite of a valley? You think of something going down. Opposite is a hill.
Think of an opposite of a valley.
Okay, that's mine, right? Okay, let's go. Look how far.
Look how far we've made it. Turok.
Turok.
I mean, this
Dinosaur
category is definitely hard
Hunter.
because most of the games that came out on these generations killed the franchise, so they're
That's
not
true.
exactly memorable stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, from you saying that, I'm pretty sure Turok 64 was pretty successful. So I'm going to say GameCube.
No,
Damn it.
afraid not. The eponymous title was just Turok, and it came out on PS3, Xbox, and 360.
We're done
Not a
with
remaster.
the stealing.
stealing, I
We're
guess.
done with the stealing on this
Shit
one.
on a shit stick. I keep on forgetting that this is a stealable category.
Can you just give me a point?
Shh, did you know that? Scout's honor.
How about we just don't have that one be stealable anymore?
All right.
At this
Okay.
point,
Well, there's
no.
only two more, and if
Well,
I
then take
remember,
away my
tell you
only
what,
point.
Tell you what, guys, if I remember to let you steal, I'll let you steal it.
By the way, what's the score right now?
Kenny's 5, Ryan 1.
Oh, wow. I thought you got more than one.
Nope, I suck at this.
Oh, stop it! Now let's play the next one. What do you want?
the mixed, mostly positive, very positive, the overwhelming, the rose color glasses.
Okay. Darkest Dungeon.
People love that freaking game.
But does everybody love that game?
I'm going to say overwhelming.
No.
Man, this mostly
That one's
or
very positive.
Very positive. I mean, yeah.
Let's do that one again.
Kenny, Borderlands 2.
Holy Lord. Very positive.
No.
Damn it. This is hard.
Right, you want another one?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, cheers again.
Slay the Spire.
Overwhelming?
Yes.
There you go.
Hey, Ryan,
Amazing.
would you like to push your luck?
No.
Let's keep running this category.
Okay.
You got a lot of them,
I
right?
don't think I'm going to go through all of these the way
Okay.
this is going,
No,
unless you guys want
let's
me
just
to.
keep doing it.
You want me to? Because I'll do
honestly, the rest of the questions, can we just keep doing this one?
it. Kenny, Death's Door.
Very positive.
Correct. Would you like to push it?
Amazing.
Let's do it.
Dead Cells.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Correct. Would you like to keep it
Amazing.
up?
I might as well. I'm in the lead.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, mixed.
No. Mostly positive.
Wow.
Yeah, that one was kind of a trick question on my part, so I apologize.
Tricky,
boy.
tricky.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
good.
see.
You're
yeah,
on it,
we're,
but
we're,
you-
we're keep rolling it. Keep
Greedy
rolling.
guessed
Let's
it.
go.
Okay, Ryan. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Overwhelming.
No. Kenny?
Since you said it's long, let's just run this thing.
PUBG.
Very positive.
Mixed. Ryan, Among Us. So many buzzers in this segment.
Very positive.
For what?
Very positive.
That's correct.
Oh, all right.
Would you like to
Amazing.
push your
Keep
luck?
going.
Stardew Valley.
I want to say it, but it's not.
This is why the category is called rose-colored glasses, because you gotta look through them. You know, you can't look through them for this.
Screw it.
category.
Overwhelming.
That's correct. You want to keep on
Amazing.
going?
Yes.
Dota 2.
Very positive.
Correct. That's 3 points so far. Do you
Amazing.
want to keep going?
No.
Okay.
Nice.
3 points
All
for
right.
Ryan. You guys are now tied.
Wow, there you go.
See?
We have a
See?
ball
All
game.
right. How
Wanna
many
keep it
more
going?
are there in that one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Holy shit.
7.
Keep going.
Yeah, let's do it. We can just.
All right.
You know,
Kenny, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Very.
No. Mostly positive.
Okay.
Ryan, Doom 2016.
Oh, that's very positive.
No. Overwhelmingly positive.
No
Kenny,
shit.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Very positive.
Correct. Want to continue?
Yes.
Amazing.
Death Stranding.
Oh.
I'm going to say that's a mostly.
No.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Very,
Ryan, No Man's Sky.
very positive.
Mixed.
Oh, even with all the changes.
All reviews.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Now this is just 2 of my games. Kenny,
Okay, yep.
Factorio.
Very positive.
No, it's overwhelmingly positive.
It is overwhelmingly
So play the
positive.
fucking game already.
It is overwhelming. I knew that one.
Okay.
Last one, Ryan.
Yep.
Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015.
What the hell is that?
I'm going to go with a very positive.
I'm sorry, it's overwhelmingly positive.
What the fuck?
You got to be shitting.
I don't joke about things as serious as Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015.
What is that?
Let's go back to antonyms.
Okay, antonyms. Kenny. Spring Chicks.
Spring chicks. Could it be winter dudes?
Yes, it's winter dudes.
Could be
That's the game.
summer guys. It could be fall guys.
That's correct.
Amazing.
Fall Guys. You got it.
No.
By the way, I'd like to apologize to any ladies out there who might have been offended by me using chicks as a term as an opposite for guys. I was just kind of going for a thing, you know, the opposite of it. Anyways, next, Ryan.
Winter dudes.
And which category would you like?
I'm going to do the look.
Look
Oh, look how far we made it.
How
Okay.
far we made it.
All right, Gex.
Holy shit, dude. That game is, oh my God. There was I feel like it actually, the last one they did was like a handheld. So I'm going to say PlayStation Portable, PSP.
No, I'm sorry. PlayStation, N64, and Game Boy Color had Gex 3, Deep Cover Gecko.
N64.
Yeah, I thought it was like a handheld was like, so I guess Game Boy Color was that
Close.
handheld.
It was close. Yeah, good thought. There's one more in that category.
Let's do it.
Looks like, okay, look how far we made it. Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter.
Do that. It sounds like Duke Nukem trying to open a door and it won't open. Stop that.
I always get that confused.
You're making
with
listeners uncomfortable.
What else? What's new, Kim? What's new?
PS3.
I'm sorry, no. PS2, Lost Frontier. That was a tough category. I was thinking when I was making this, this is going to be fucking difficult.
Wait,
So,
seriously?
one,
The
though.
last Jack and Daxter game was PS2?
PS2, Lost Frontier.
Wasn't there like a PSP game?
I don't know, man. I went to their Wikipedia page, and then they had one of those timeline things, and the last one that wasn't a remaster was this one.
So I think Man Enough and Antonyms are the only ones left.
Man Enough and Antonyms.
Antonyms?
Antonyms. All right. So, dwelling on something.
What is it?
That's tough.
What are you dwelling on?
It's the antonyms.
Oh.
Dwelling on something.
So if you're not dwelling, which you're lost.
I'll tell you that these are not direct opposites. The last three of these are not direct opposites necessarily. They're a little more abstract.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny,
Dwelling
would you like
on
to
something.
split the point if we go in it together?
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know either.
The opposite of dwelling on something. You guys ready? You giving up on this one?
I mean, I can guess.
You want to guess?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kenny, do it.
So something should be nothing, then, or no.
Well, no, but he just said that.
Well,
This is
okay.
not 1-to-1. This
Dwelling
these, the
on
last three.
dwelling on something. Okay,
Yeah.
so something. If it's not direct opposite of something, dwelling on something. Is it a direct opposite of dwelling?
No.
Okay, then I'm probably not going to get it.
Yeah.
Getting over it.
Getting over it.
I don't even know
dwelling.
what game that is.
That's the one where you're in the pot and you've got just the hammer, the mallet. That you're trying to get the man through. That's getting over
yeah,
it.
I've seen some people speedrun
So you
that.
see where I went with that one a little bit? Getting over it, dwelling on something.
It's hurting my brain, but kind of.
This one actually is a little bit. Sorry. You got antonyms and you got.
I'll take
That's on
antonyms.
Kenny.
Okay, antonyms. Dreaming big.
Dreaming big.
This one is a little bit more 1-to-1.
Okay, so it would be something small or tiny or minuscule. What game has tiny, small, minuscule, big, small, tiny, dreaming, waking? Waking is okay. Waking maybe. Walking, waking, waking.
But fucking God, pick something.
I don't know.
The letter 6, my friend.
Ryan, would you like to try this one?
Waking is waking. You gotta wake. Waking is small.
Dreaming big. No.
Dreaming big is waking small.
Here's what I was going for with that one was, Here's what I was going for. Little Nightmares.
Oh.
But
yeah.
Dreaming big, you said?
Yeah, big and little was the opposite. And then, I don't know, in my mind, dreaming and nightmares are two different things kind of thing. They're the opposites of one another. They're the
we
two
need
opposite
to
things that
stop
can
thinking
happen.
the first word in it is correlating to the opposite of the first
Like I said, the last
word.
three of these are just a little bit tougher, and I changed them up a little bit. So they're just not 1-to-1. Like, all right, so I got one more. Ryan, you want the last one?
Yes.
All right. Angels, suck it up and deal with it.
So Devil May Cry?
That's right.
There you go.
This game's actually going to come down to
If
what
Tim
I cried over. What I cried over. So this is great.
basically, it's literally a 50-50.
Yeah.
That's right. So
All right.
I got a bunch of 50-50 shots.
Okay.
I got 5 more questions in this one.
Nice.
Kenny, you're up.
Yep.
A Plague Tale, Innocence.
I'm going to say no.
Correct.
All right.
Amazing.
Ryan, This War of Mine.
No,
Correct.
Amazing.
because
Kenny.
you're a man.
Kenny,
Yep.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Amazing.
Ryan,
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey.
Do Tears of Joy count? Yes, you did.
I did.
Amazing.
I don't know if it was joy or not, but I definitely cried. I did cry tears of
Because I know
what?
you love that game.
I did. I cried tears of joy during the New Donk City race through the tubes while the sound was going. That was just such like a nostalgic, magical moment.
Scene.
Oh my God, that was tears of joy. And then after the 880, and you're climbing the very last like tower in the game, and Cappy is like talking to you and like thanking you for taking this adventure with him. I'm getting like choked up right now just thinking of it because it's like the sweetest moment.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, you're welcome, Cappy. I'm so glad to do this with you. You're my best friend, Kenny. Last one, and for the win. If
Really?
you can get this
Is
one.
it tied right now?
It's tied up, 8-8. So
Kenny.
this is for the win.
So if I get this wrong, we need some kind of tiebreaker.
Correct.
All right, let's try it.
That is correct.
But I got a 50-50 shot. Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Kenny,
Yep.
did I cry when I played Firewatch?
No.
Correct.
Yes.
Kenny with the win.
All right.
All right.
Well played.
I want to give a shout out for I can't think of things like that I cried during it, but the end of Red Dead 2 was pretty emotional.
Did it get
for me.
you?
That was
Did it
good.
get you?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Spider-Man, man, I swear to God, that ending to that game is so
Yeah, it was good.
heartbreaking.
I don't think of other emotional endings or scenes.
Ended this game on such a sad note.
I won. What do you mean?
I will say, though,
devastating.
I will 100% take that loss because I only lost by 1 point.
That was
So
good. That was
whatever.
a very good competitive
good
round.
fight.
Yeah,
Good
sorry
fight.
for how fucked
And it
up,
came down to literally if Tim cried or not.
That's right, yeah. I'm sorry how fucked up Rose-Colored Glasses was and how insanely difficult. Look how far we made it.
I actually really like rose-colored glasses.
Did you?
Yeah, it was good.
It was just
Okay.
what I would probably like. I honestly think if we could just limit it to mixed, very positive, or overwhelming, do the 3 and then
Yeah.
from there.
I gotta just kick
Hard
out
to
any of the
say.
games that were mostly
Was there
positive.
any of them that was mostly positive?
Yeah, 2 of them. Far Cry 5 was mostly positive, and Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, was mostly positive. Oh, I'm sorry, and Cyberpunk 2077 was mostly positive. So
That's so wild. Like, because I thought Wolfenstein 2 was very well received.
Well, what's giving me the idea basically is that every time I think about these games, I think like, oh, what did I think of them? You know, and then if I have to look at it objectively, like,
Yeah.
okay, I know I loved it, but
And
how
I
did
bet
the people feel
if
about
Cyberpunk
it?
was reviewed on the consoles, it would be a different
Probably,
thing.
yeah, for sure,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
So, anyways, yeah, that was Are You Smart?
that was
Week?
great,
good
man.
one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Awesome.
Claps.
So I
Well,
guess
that's it, folks. We're gonna call it a night.
Oh boy.
Psych, we got more shit for you.
we do.
Stuff this into your ears.
We didn't do it last week, but this week is the return of Slap a Debate.
Oh, that's so funky.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. And me and Tim will be squaring off this week with a.
Apparently, absurdly different answers to our debate question. So,
Actually, there's a whole another podcast going on in our text chain when we're debating what the debate topic will
The
be.
debate of a debate.
we have to decide. Well, so for this one specifically, Ryan, you can go ahead and give the name of this one. What is this one?
This is the this is the best death animation.
Death
There you
animation.
go. Death
yeah.
animation.
in a
yeah.
game. But so the problem came,
Here we go, folks.
and honestly,
Take
write
a seat
in
if you're not
write
sitting.
in or tweet or
You should definitely write in.
write
Send us your letters.
write in
At the Leetist on Twitter.
at the Leetist at Twitter. Is a animation in a game considered an animation with audio, or is it only just in?
I would like to
Like
just clarify, for argument's sake, we decided that yes, it does.
Yeah,
And
When you-
for the argument, yes, audio does count towards the animation.
We find that a lot of times when we argue about this stuff, we get stuck in semantics. But sometimes that stuff is fun to go over while we're actually debating. So it's always like a
Sometimes.
crapshoot as to whether, because I'd rather debate the merit of my argument rather than whether or not it's an actual valid argument. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah,
Yeah, when I hear death animation, I just think of a visual animated thing.
sure,
But
yeah.
whatever. We can.
So it's a best
we're including
animation, death animation.
Death animation,
in
that's
a
right.
game.
I had to
And
think long and hard about this one.
Both of your guys' answers are so wide.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
have
gonna
to
be
think about it because
interesting.
there's definitely death animation that has stuck with me since the first time I've seen it,
Yeah.
and experienced it, and it has never gone away.
Do you recall, this is a hard recall, but do you recall the first video game you played where you saw a death animation? The first death animation, like an animation that shows your
Probably
character
Tenchu.
dead. Tenchu?
Probably Tenchu Stealth Assassins. Yeah, the first time you sneak up behind a guy and stab him in the neck and go, yeah, all right, he's dead now.
Mortal Kombat for me, definitely.
Yeah, it might have been Mortal
that makes
Kombat.
better
Mortal Kombat,
sense.
100% for me.
Mine is a pretty early one too, but it's not that early. But we'll see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, I guess should we flip for this one?
Yeah,
Let's-
go ahead. I'm getting the timer set.
Okay, do you want to be heads or tails for this flip?
I'll take the head.
All right.
You'll do the
You had to
what?
do it, you
You'll
son of a
take the
bitch.
what?
All right, what do we got?
I didn't even think about
What
it.
is that? What's that say? What's that say?
It's a tail.
tail.
It's a tail, so it's me. I have to go first.
All
Oh, the pressure's on.
The pressure is on.
I was hoping I wanted to see what I was up against.
All right, I got a minute.
Okay.
This. Are you ready, Tim?
Yeah.
For best death animation in a video.
Yeah.
And go.
We could have gone all over the place with this one. We could have gone what happens to enemies, what happens to bosses, what happens to the player itself, what happens to an NPC or whatever. And I chose one that's always stuck out to me ever since the first time I experienced it because it was so exhilarating. And it was the first time I played on Oculus, the first time I played The Climb. And you are a mountain climber, and you are climbing with just your hands up a mountain. Anytime you die in that game, you fall. You fall, and you scream. The character of the game yells, and the screen fades to black. It is the most horrifyingly memorable, real-life, visceral death animation experience I've ever had with any game in my entire life.
Interesting.
It is terrifying. It will scar you. It gives you the actual fear of death in a game, and I'll never forget it. That's my choice.
All right.
Wow.
Tim,
These are very, very
starting
different.
off with a VR title. Kenny.
All right. I had to think about this pretty hard, too, because when I'm thinking about best, you could think about best technically, and I think about like the animations like Doom Eternal and Last of Us, maybe, which are technically really good. But when I thought of animation, I decided I'd go back in time to one that really stuck out in my memory when I was younger, and it was just a really cool video gamey ass, gory, crazy death animation that stuck in my head and was like cool as shit that I had never seen in a game before, and that's in Manhunt.
Okay.
And there is a animation in Manhunt when you walk up behind a guy with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
You stick the chainsaw into the top of his head. You hear this gross splishy sound while his head cracks open. And then you stick it down his neck into his body. And you hear the sounds of the chainsaw revving his insides.
Oh, man.
And all this mushiness. And he pulls it back out and the guy falls to the ground dead. So that is the animation that stuck with me as like violent, like really murderous, gross, realistic animation that I'd not seen in games before, and that's what I'm going with.
That is a minute. All right,
You're right.
guys.
This couldn't be more different.
Wow.
very different.
You
But I
guys.
would like to clarify that. I think it's pretty neat that we both definitely included audio as being an important aspect of
Sure.
these death animations. So
I thought about animation first, but when you said audio, I did went and watched it
it's all
again.
part of the experience. yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
Could not be in, like, they are so night and
Absolutely
day
true.
different.
And I remember playing Manhunt. I don't remember that particular.
Yeah.
That whole game was such a fucked
Yes.
up weirdo experience.
All right, guys. Have at it.
Well, I mean, what can you say? We're both scarred for different reasons, right? You're scarred because of a childhood traumatic experience you had with Manhunt, having a chainsaw destroy something. And I get that. I totally understand that kind of fear, that kind of lifelong fear that sticks with you. I think at the same time, though, there's that feeling about horror movies that you get, that kind of thing that sticks to you as being like a really dramatic, disgusting thing that's hard to forget versus something that's so real, like falling to your death. That's something that most people are afraid of. That's the fear that sticks with most people. I don't think I'm telling any tales out of school when I say that. So I think that's what's so unique about The Climb is that, yes, you're in kind of an unreal experience because you're climbing up this mountain with just your hands, kind of, and not everybody can experience that, but everybody can know what it's like to drop,
Sure.
and fear death from that experience.
I think it is a cool effect to have in VR. I'm sure it is very frightening and scary, but if I do have to get into the semantics and nitty gritty a little bit, when I think the word best death animation, you're going to give that to something. I would think that it's something in a video game that's more visual, and you're seeing some kind of someone worked on this animation to make like a weapon, interact with a human and a body, and it's so visceral and brutal, and had not been, they got in a lot of trouble for that game too, which was crazy. But
I remember that. Yeah.
But
Wasn't Brian Cox the narrator for that game?
Was
or
he?
whatever? I think he was. He was like the one that was giving you instructions.
Yeah.
It was Brian Cox.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, animation. So when you see that chainsaw go into that guy's neck, it's just the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in a game, and so much to the point that they had to like pull it off shelves. I think they did. Maybe in some places it definitely got censored.
Just like how
It
brutal
totally
that
got
game was
censored
overall.
and things like that. But it just hit me in a way that I had never felt something that brutal and personal in a video game that made you feel like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm seeing this in a game. And it kind of, I don't know if it paved the way. I kind of go for the legendary route in some of these debates to say what it influenced later, but it probably did a little bit of that for later games, I would say. And I just think that it's something that stands the test of time for being a very brutal video game ass animation.
Yeah, no, I get that. I definitely get that. I mean, and it's kind of like the Prometheus a little bit of that sort of brutality that has just gotten more and more popular in games, kind of thing. This was just at the time the most brutal offering that there was. I can think of the fucking needle scene in Dead Space being an awful experience, kind of thing. That's not far off from that, as far as just that fear of that sort of unrealistic, death thing that could happen, kind of thing, because I'm in this game. I can't get over the fact that in The Climb, first of all, you brought up the aspect, the visual aspect of it, and there is a visual aspect of The Climb, and you literally see your hands in front of you as you're looking up at the ledge you just missed, that caused your death because you couldn't hang on. And it's all you. You're the one who did that. You were the one who caused your own death. You're in this challenge with yourself to see if you can get to that next ledge, to take that risk, to see if you can actually make it, and then you don't, and you see your failure, and you witness your life leave you just like that as you're falling. I mean, it's just so... God, it just kills your soul.
And in mine, you see this chainsaw going to this guy's head, and it splits open like a watermelon. And this is actually, someone animated this in a way that back then it was like, I'm sure they probably had to look at disgusting fucking photos to get this shit down, because it really, even though the graphics were a lot worse back then, it really looks like a head busted open by a watermelon with a chainsaw sticking in it. Yeah. So, and it's just the kind of visceral, sick feeling, the emotion that it gives you when playing, especially as a kid in that. And it's just, it's an animation that I will never forget.
Yeah. I think if I were to throw one more thing in for The Climb is that, like when it happens, you kind of go back to a checkpoint and you keep on going, but it happens again. And it happens again, and it always hurts. It always freaks you out. It always interrupts your life process.
Well, you know what you can do again and again is go around and stick chainsaw people down the neck.
I'm just saying, it never gets any better.
Right,
it's always
closing remarks. Let's go ahead, Tim. Closing remarks.
I mean, I'll give it to you. I mean, that's definitely something that seems like it was a scarring experience for you, kind of thing. But I feel like you could pick any number of those, depending from person to person who grew up with those games in that generation, where the developer thought of some fucked up way to do something, kind of thing. And it just so happened that you were at the right age at the right time of day. It was nighttime and your friends were over and you were all in the mood for a scare and you saw this and that was a freaky thing that stuck with you. You know what I mean? But I think what I experience when anybody experiences in The Climb is something that's so real and so true and cannot be escaped. I mean, there's nobody that can play that game, practically nobody that can play that game and not have that same gut fall out of your ass experience of dropping to your death in The Climb.
Yeah, I think that it's not like every other execution in that game. I think it stands out for sure. And I don't want to get into the semantics too much, but I would argue that mine is more of an animation when you're saying best animation. You're seeing an animation of someone getting killed, the death scene animation. Yeah, you got animations of your guy letting go of the ledge. When we're talking about best death animation in a video game, you want a video gamey ass animation of someone getting brutally killed in a way that makes you feel sick to your stomach, like a manhunt slaughter motherfucker.
Oh boy. Well,
what you got, Ryan?
Two vastly different ideas of animations, and I think they are both coming with interesting.
I'll admit, I took a cheap shot at that closing argument, but I figured it was like my last-ditch effort to influence the judge.
Did you watch both of them by any chance when we told you or no?
Did I what?
Watch them.
Oh, I probably should have watched.
Oh, well, whatever. You're going back.
Actually, no.
You're going on the basis
I
of the
thought you were
argument.
talking about the death animation in Control.
No, you're right, because you're going on the basis of the argument, so it makes sense for you not to watch it too. It's whatever.
Valheim is actually the way to win this debate.
I like when you just puff and then turn into a gravestone. That's the best answer.
Sorry, guys, you got it wrong.
It's Valheim.
It's Valheim. So I think they're both very interesting. Tim, I think that it's hard not to argue the fear of missing. Like if you are climbing up something and then you just fall and that
die.
kind of rush and that sound that goes with it. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
God.
sounds pretty brutal.
If it wasn't in it, it wouldn't be the same. But to just know like that fear and to like feel it at the same time.
Oh yeah, and Manhunter. Yeah, man, that's
Manhunt,
Manhunt, not Manhunter.
not Valheim.
This didn't bode well for Kenny.
Manhunt. Sorry, was there a game called
Manhunter? Maybe.
Nah, sure. A chainsaw death is always going to be a plus in my book when it comes to a death animation. The problem that I think I saw from your arguments, Kenny, towards Tim's is you were trying to argue semantics, and I think that Tim is giving you an animation. There is an animation that is part of that. Your interpretation of an animation may be a little bit different, but that is an animation that is being portrayed. I think that was kind of your kind of go-to hit on Tim's. And I think the other thing is I didn't really get a good understanding of why that animation over maybe some other brutal animations from like Mortal Kombat series or what have you would be like why this tops that. Whereas Tim's falling, that is an experience that we can all kind of relate to. And the fact that it invokes, I guess, this kind of visceral feeling of like shit. I think if I was playing a game and I did a death animation like that, I'd be like, that's cool. If I fell and my animation shows me falling and I scream, that would terrify the fuck out of me.
Okay, good point.
And for that, I have to go with
Good
Tim.
point. You know what I didn't bring up, when you said that, it made me think that I was going to think about this argument, is the fact that like in games like Mortal Kombat and fantasy games like Doom, I think when they're set in a fantastical universe, they don't have as much of an impact as,
Yeah,
as
that makes
something
sense.
like
Yeah,
Manhunt.
for sure. Yeah.
That was something I thought about earlier.
Man,
I
that was
forgot
such
to
a
bring up.
fucked up
Yeah.
game.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
Manhunt was. I remember that because they did a Punisher game. Remember they did this like based on the Marvel comic Punisher, and it had the element of like you can, if you're near a person, you can interact with that person and like put them in a machine or something, or like like there's a like you're in a kitchen and there's a deep fryer and you can like hit a button and you dunk the guy's head in the deep fryer or something like that.
Yeah.
It was so like that game is the game I actually think about a lot when it comes to like death animations, because of just
Honestly, the first one I thought of that I was
crazy ways
very
you can
close to
kill
picking
people.
was in The Last of Us. When there's the bloater, it's like the big zombie thing. When he kills you, he rips your jaw from your head like this, and it's fucking brutal, man. And I almost picked that one, but I don't. I leaned towards. I remembered that Manhunt thing, and it just always stuck with me.
anything, where it has a person grabbing your jaw and pulling it off.
But the thing is, it doesn't even show it. It doesn't even show it disconnecting from your face. It shows like your eyes, like because he's got your eyes and your jaw, so it shows your eyes a little bit popping out, and right when the blood starts spurting, it cuts to black. So it's really cool. But
Oh man,
a thing I just learned too, and I was, well, I don't know, something to do with climb. I was just Googling it for some reason because I was thinking about it. Apparently, the new one that's come out, which I have not played yet, the levels have more opportunities for you to pass over places you've already been below you. So in the newer one, in the Climb 2, there's chances that when you drop and fall, you can catch yourself. It's still on like a lower rung where you were before. The scream still happens, the yell, the panic still happens.
man.
But you could also like try for like one last shot to like save your life kind of thing. I'm like, holy
gotcha.
shit.
Also-
I'm going to try. It's like this Climb 2 looks more like you're playing a first person Uncharted, like, like climbing thing. So
also give a shout out to the entire Tomb Raider series. They always have crazy.
Yeah,
death
they
for
do.
sure.
animations.
Yeah.
Even back in the day, the old ones had fucking pretty brutal
yeah,
ones.
that's true. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think
yeah, I Googled the idea briefly, and one of the people was like, yeah, when you get eaten by a T-Rex and Tomb
Yeah,
Raider, it's awesome.
And then the newer ones, especially when you like the first remake, when you fall into a pit of spikes and it impales her.
I got to say though, Mortal Kombat, especially the more recent fatalities that they've implemented,
There's a lot
those
of
things
crazy
are
shit
the
there.
most creative. Like, I don't know how they
It
come
takes
up
some
with
interesting minds to come up with
Yeah.
that sort
Yeah.
of stuff, you know?
it. Yeah, interesting's a good word for it.
like on a technical level, the best, in my opinion, are Doom and The Last of Us 2 is fucking incredible. Like, every death in that looks so fucking real.
Nice.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's so real it hurts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man, I don't
And
even know
people
how to
scream
handle
their
that.
names, like the enemies, like the NPCs, like have names for each other when they die. Like,
That's right, because like you you play as two
Carl!
different people.
You
So
killed
one
Carl!
Point,
Yeah.
No, but at one point in the game, you're like Carl is your partner that you're hanging out with, and then when you play as the other person, you kill that person's friend.
That happens sometimes
Yeah,
too.
you know
Also
what I
with
mean? Like-
dogs that have
Yeah.
names.
Fucked up.
I'll say that was because I know that Last of Us 2 had some divisiveness to it.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
because,
It had what now? Device of who's a what's it?
But that is a cool concept idea of going like, let's play this part of the game,
Sure.
and then also we're going to flip it on its end, and then you're going to play this side of the coin.
It's awesome.
And it's like, that's smart. That's just
Oh yeah,
smart.
very smart.
People just didn't like it because a guy
Yeah.
they really liked was not in the game anymore. So.
What are you gonna do?
Although he was in the game a whole bunch. So I don't know why they cried about
Man,
it.
that can't be all the games.
That is all the games. We did it.
Wait, we played games about games. That was kind of a game, but let's do a real game maybe.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any games?
I may have a game.
Brian has a brand new game.
What?
Yes, I have a game, and it is. I think I want to call it Leet Street. I think it.
Wow, that's a good name.
I think
That's a
we
good
wanna
name.
call
Introduce it
Leet
again
Street.
and pause for a ditty.
Leet Street.
Leet Street. Leet
I'll put the music under us laughing there. That's fine.
That was so awkward. Yes,
Oh, God.
Leet Street.
I meant in post.
Oh, right.
Like I made your
that's
outburst song, remember?
Leet Street. So in this game, I went and talked to 5 people on the street
Oh.
about video game questions. I gave them 5 questions.
Ryan on the street.
Ryan on the street, he's meeting people. Maybe he already knows.
Do I get extra points if I know what street?
You'll get like all the points if you know all the people that I interviewed, which you do.
Jesus,
know.
I might
So
know them,
it's
yeah.
That seems unfair.
So, anyways, I interviewed 5 people, asked them 5 questions, and the game is I'm going to ask you guys how many of them got the answer to the question correctly. If you guess the correct number, you get 2 points. If you guess one number off from the correct number, you get 1 point. I'm also going to award a bonus point because what I'm going to do is ask you the question, and whoever answers it first, so we'll just say, just spurt it out, gets a bonus point as well.
Do we get to know anything about these people
Yeah.
to give us an idea
yeah.
of if they'd know the answer or not?
A majority of them are not gamers.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
But they are board gamers.
they are board gamers.
They're board gamers
All right.
with some video gamers mixed
With
in, maybe.
some video gamers mixed in. All right, so I'm going to say the
nervous.
first question, and then as soon as I'm either you can interrupt me while I'm saying it or wait till it's finished. And first person to get it correct, and you can literally blurt out like multiple answers until one person gets right. You get the bonus point.
Got it.
All right, so we got Tim, we got Kenny, and the first question is: in what year did the Nintendo Entertainment System come out to North America?
1985.
1989.
Kenny,
Oh,
the year I was born.
85.
Oh, this is the year I was born. I didn't fucking know that.
All right, Kenny. Out of 5 people
Yeah.
who was asked, how many got that correct?
Ooh, at a board gamer place. Ooh, board gamer people. I'm going to say 2.
All right, Kenny says 2. Tim?
I'm going to say 01.
All right, 1 for Tim, 2 for Kenny. Let's find out. In what year did the original Nintendo Entertainment System come out to the United States?
I remember my stepbrothers and I playing it while I was in high school, and I think we had the original NES, not the Super Nintendo yet, so I'm going to say somewhere around 86.
83.
Oh, the original NES?
Yes.
I'm going to guess 1982. 1986. 1982.
Son of a bitch.
0.
I
Nobody
almost
got
said
it right.
0, but I wanted to give
Tim,
people the benefit
you
of the
get
doubt.
1 point
That
because
means
you were
you
1
were within
off.
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
You
job.
were 1 off from that. All right.
I can just look at your card and you just got random ones strewn across
Yeah,
the
I
table.
don't quite know how to keep track of this. This is your guys' score, and this is
you just drew another line and it means nothing.
Listen, I know what I'm doing. All right.
He's trying to keep scoring. It just looks like random lines in
Good,
random
yeah.
places.
All right. You guys ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What or who, actually, who is the better? Who is Donkey Kong's son? What is Donkey Kong's son's name?
Diddy Kong? That's not right. Donkey Kong Jr.
That's it.
There you go.
How many fucking guesses do you get?
You said you
I
can
said
keep
you
doing
can
it.
keep doing it until you
damn
get it. I did say that. All right. Kenny,
Yeah.
since you got that right, you get first choice. How many people got that right?
Oh. I'm gonna say 2 again.
So I have to choose different, I imagine?
No, you can choose the same if you want to.
Keep your lead if we get the same.
I'm going to go with 2.
All right. Both say 2.
Yeah, I'm going to guess 2.
All right. Let's find out.
Who is Donkey Kong's son? What is Donkey Kong's son's name?
Go ahead, JK. Give me a rant.
So the logical answer here,
Attaboy.
because it's the name of the game, would be to go Donkey Kong Jr., but I actually think it's Diddy Kong.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
2.
Who's 2?
It was 2. You
the
both
fuck outta
got
here.
it. You both
Nice.
get it on the nose.
Hey.
That's 2 points each.
All right.
All right.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Fucking A. All right. What?
Well, now Tim could just match my answer every time and then win.
Well, no, but then,
Oh no, we get it right.
yeah,
That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
no one's. Yeah, there you go.
He's giving me the evil eye.
All right. What was the last game console Sega ever produced?
Saturn, Dreamcast.
I don't even know what.
Dreamcast.
I didn't even know Sega made Dreamcast, so, you know.
Really?
All right.
Wow.
I never played Sega. I was a Nintendo fanboy.
Sega.
All right, Kenny with that. Kenny, how many people got that right?
I seem to like the number 2, but I'm going to say 3 this time.
3?
Yeah. I should have gone lower.
1.
Yeah.
1 for Tim.
What was the last game console Sega ever produced?
Oh, gosh. I believe it was the Sega Dreamcast.
The only one I know is the Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis.
Dreamcast.
Sega Dreamcast.
Fuck the shit. God damn it.
Kenny with
3 is the
Oh,
magic
this is
number.
awful. Oh, I'm losing so bad suddenly.
All right.
Clearly, there are more Sega fans out there than me.
All right. Next one.
How many left are there?
2.
All right. I'm just wondering if I can catch up. I hope I can. I think I can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Fuck you, Kenny.
All right. What company does Gabe Newell work for?
Steam. Valve.
There, I'll give you that. Yep.
I would not have remembered that.
All right. Out of 5, Tim.
Ooh. Ooh. Would they know Valve as a bunch of not video gamers? I mean, 'cause Steam is such a get on it.
Yeah. And if any of them said Steam, that is wrong. It is Valve.
I'm gonna go with. You know what? I need to go bigger. Go home. And go 0. I'm gonna go 0 people knew that it was Valve.
I'm going to go with. Should I match you? I'll say 1. I think JK might know it.
All right.
He might. He might.
Let's find out.
Where does Gabe Newell work?
He works for Steam.
Oh God. Sony.
Blizzard.
I don't know.
Pass. All right.
Yeah.
Riot Games.
Damn it.
0. Tim gets 2. Kenny gets a point,
I
though.
still get a
for
point
being
for
off.
being within 1.
Tim and Kenny. So, Tim, you're 2 points off.
Yeah.
And this is the final question.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right, guys.
All right.
What does RPG
Role playing game.
Oh, Tim.
I forgot that we were guessing for some reason.
All right, Tim. Out of 5, how many got that right?
Out of 5 for RPG. There's a bunch. 5.
5. All right.
5.
Damn it. I would have said 5 too, but now there's.
You
I mean,
can.
I could just say it and then automatically win, right?
God damn it. Well, if you're.
I'll make it interesting and say 4.
Oh,
Fuck
you
it.
can't. Oh.
You want me to automatically win? Because that's what would happen
No,
if I
I'm just
did
here
that.
mumbling at myself. Fuck off. Let's play the game.
You said 4?
Yeah, sure.
4? All right. With the answers of 5 and 4.
What does RPG stand for?
Role-playing game.
It's a role-playing game.
Role-playing game.
Oh, role-playing game.
Role-playing game.
Yeah, there
That's
you go.
5. And that puts Tim and Kenny, because you said 4.
Am I still up 1 or is that tied?
You're tied.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Did you anticipate this?
No.
We can do a. Oh, no, that doesn't
So
work.
I'm going to ask you I think I'm going to ask
When I
you.
said role playing game, it reminded me of Orgasmo.
I'm gonna ask you one video game question.
Okay.
I'm gonna literally Google search video game questions, and I'm gonna give you 70 plus video game trivia questions. All right, let's do this. All right, so
Is this a shout out?
it is a shout out the answer.
I'm not good at these.
Oh, that's a great one, actually. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of the final course of all Mario Kart video
Rainbow
games?
Road.
That's it. Kenny with the win.
Amazing.
It's just so much quicker than me. He's a quick boy. It's a quick
That was
boy.
a good
I give you
fight,
credit. Yep.
There
Hey,
is.
I let us keep going because I could have just said 5 in that last one. Like I wanted to.
don't throw your pity thing at me. Just be proud.
And that was Leet Street.
That was good. Good
that was
one.
real good.
I
like
probably
that a lot.
should have gotten more questions.
No,
but
no, that was really good.
maybe next time I do it, I'll do more, and then that
Well,
way
like that, we do it
can-
short. I mean, we can figure out if it works and it, it's good, and which
I
it
like
is.
it.
So we can
Yeah.
do it again with more next
We're
time.
gonna fuck around with the rules a little bit, so we can't just be like, "Well, I got more points than you." I'll just say the same
That
thing
is
you do for the rest of the
true.
game.
Honestly, I probably should have hid the score
That's true too.
because I think Kenny was just like, "Yeah, well,
That would be a way.
winning."
That would be a way to combat that, I guess. Yeah.
I got
We will
it
discuss
from
this
that.
not on the air.
Indeed. We'll
let's
discuss
talk
it,
about-
folks. We're going to discuss it at great length when we're not on the air. Trust me, we do put a
Here.
lot of thought and effort into trying to provide you guys with cool entertainment and cool games
Yeah.
that we can bring to you.
And I'd
every
like
week.
to thank everyone again for contributing to the Family Feud game that I'm putting together. It will be coming in the coming weeks, and you guys can hear your.
I'm
Family
excited
Feud.
for that. That's going to
Yeah,
be
I'd like to have
amazing.
guests on for that one, so we could do team. We're going to work it out. We're going to see how it goes.
I mean, yeah, every time you guys answer these sort of things, like it that support really helps us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, it'll still be up for a while. So if you go and look at our Twitter feed at TheLeetist on Twitter, you'll see the form, right? Google form right there to fill out, be a part of our Family Feud survey, and your questions your answers will be included in the Family Feud questions. At TheLeetist on Twitter, TheLeetistPod@gmail.com. Send us game ideas, trivia questions, debate topics, all that good stuff. Comment.
Comments, good
Yes,
one. Yeah,
comment,
definitely
Comment, like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah, any of those things. Every single one of those things helps us. So if you like us, show it.
I like us.
Yeah, buddy.
Leave a review on Yelp.
Yeah,
Let
Yelp
us know how your,
Steam.
let us know how
why
your
not?
dinner was.
On your favorite podcast service.
Just leave a random Yelp review.
We're going to start
at
a restaurant called The Leetist.
No,
Put it on Paper
leave
Street.
a random Yelp review at like a Ruby Tuesday, but go like, Leetist podcast was pretty good.
I mean, the food wasn't great, but I was listening to the Leetist podcast while I was there. 5 stars.
5 stars for Leetist.
Also, if we're not on your favorite podcast platform, let me know, and we'll get you on there.
There's 2 5 stars while I was at Ruby Tuesdays. The Leetist podcast and this bomb-ass croutons they have at the salad bar.
All right, we are winding this down, so say your goodbyes, Tim.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you next week, everyone.
Bye.